Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chris M. Walker. I am the founder and owner of Audit, and I wanted to go ahead and show you some of the new changes that we rolled out yesterday. A quick update on how they work. Now, I'll be adding some more tutorials on how these work in the dashboard for you soon, but I wanted to give you kind of the highlights and show you what's new here on Audit. The first thing you'll notice is just kind of a visual overhaul of the whole site to make it look a little cleaner, a little more modern, a little more professional. We aren't even entirely done with that yet. If you notice that we haven't added some of our testimonials and a couple other minor things we still have to tweak, but we went ahead and made this look a lot better and a lot cleaner. Once you log in, and you'll notice that my name is Churs and not Chris. I've never bothered to change that. But if you come over here to account setting, you will notice that we have set up a default country. This is something a lot of folks have asked for. So suppose I wanted to change mine to Chad. You just update that. And then you come back up to your dashboard. And you'll notice that it changes your default country. So let's go and change that back to the United States. United States, update, dashboard, and now the United States. So the functionality works pretty much the same. We're going to continue using the same example I've been using because, well, why not? And then we're going to click search. I'll go ahead and pause while that finishes up and be right back. All right, you'll notice that we've cleaned up the way, the way this looks as well, and just making it look a little more professional, a little cleaner, a little more modern, and so on. So this still works the same. You just remove the ones that you don't like or you don't want to have counted. Some things that have changed or have, I guess, and improved. You got a link to your site here, so you can easily open it up, see what's going on. If you want to, if you've looked at your site, you've looked at what it recommends, you've made the changes, and you want to see how that improves, you can just click search again. So it just gives you another chance to kind of do it instead of having to go back to the dashboard and do it all over again. So I'll pause one more time. You can see the data is all pretty much, well, not pretty much, is all exactly the same. We worked out some of the bugs that were coming up and scraping these, but from time to time you'll find a URL that you have trouble with. If you do, just hit up our support over here. The averages, and then the one major new thing that we rolled out is the audit score. Now what this is it's a combination of percentage and letter grade based on how well you are doing. And you can see the recommendations page looks a lot nicer now too. And as you improve the different variables, this will increase. So it's, A to F, 0 to 100. And you can see I have some work to do. I have to change some of these other factors here to bring this up. But this is kind of at a quick glance way of doing it. Instead of trying to get things to be 100% right, like you might drive yourself nuts trying to get exactly the right word count, you can kind of get it up to 75 to 100% and know that you're probably good to go there. So that I find is, or get it up to a B or an A or a C, whatever you're comfortable with. But we figured that would be an easier way to kind of help you make sense of this and kind of give you an idea of how well you're doing based on the data of what's already doing well. And each of these variables is calculated into it and weighted a little bit differently. So the more important the variable, the higher it weighs on your audit score. So that's just something to keep in mind. But this will really give you an idea of how to look at it at a glance and how to get to know when you're good enough. Because I know tools like this, you can drive yourself nuts trying to get it up to a certain amount. Because the number of times the keywords is on the page changes, the keyword density, and things like that. So this is going to give you kind of a barometer of how good you're doing overall and how much time you should spend trying to perfect each variable. So I'll make a separate video about that, like I said, but I wanted to give you a quick overview. So those are some of the big changes. Like I said, the main one is that it's just a much cleaner interface and the audit score, and then you can select a default country and then some other odds and ends. So if you have any questions about that, what you're going to do is click support and then just put in your email, the subject, and what's going on, and click I'm not a robot, and then send feedback, and that'll open up a support ticket, and one of our experts will answer you right away. You can also find some support at audit.support. So it's AUDIIT.support. Let me show you that real quick. And there will be some training videos here. And again, if you need help, you can just open a ticket here as well. It says Legiit, which is kind of the parent company of all of this. So that's what we got for you there. And then, of course, you also have some in your dashboard here. You have some tutorials, and which we'll be adding more now that we have more features to explain. So there'll be some more videos there, but you can go through these as well and just kind of see what's going on. So the rest of the audit dashboard. So that's what we got for you guys. We got some great other stuff in the pipeline coming up soon, but the big one was getting this overhauled. We have a few odds and ends still open of bugs and things like that, but we expect to have those fixed very, very soon. So thanks for being with us. Let me know if you have any questions. If you bought this on AppSumo, if you could leave us a great review, we'd certainly appreciate that too. So thanks a lot, guys. I'll talk to you soon.